Hello and welcome back. Thanks for joining us. Today we're going to go exploring. Am I in the light? Am I a little dark right there? Well, let me get some more light. Oh, there we go. Welcome to the show. Today we're going to do some exploring. We're going to see some places like, well, we're going to look at some historical monuments, or military monuments, I should say, and historical. We're going to do some exploring. We're going to look around places like Azusa, I'm in the light there, Azusa, Monrovia, Covina, pretty interesting things and fun things to see, and just have a nice exploration day. So come with us, you'll have a great time. Thanks for joining us. We're gonna go, let's go. Okay, there she is. Here we are. We are now at city of Azusa. I'm gonna pan over here a little bit. We're at the Azusa City Hall. You can see all the greens here. Just a nice, beautiful area. That tree right there has Christmas lights on it. It's after Christmas, and but you can see the Christmas light strings on there, and obviously they're not turned on right now. Well, we're here to see the memorial, the military memorial. I'm going to take a look at that. On the sidewalk now, and here's a little more view of the area. Beautiful flag sitting there, and these light posts still have some Christmas lights on it. You can see this one is red and white for Christmas colors, pretty nice. There's the reef. The memorial is in this direction. So we're gonna keep walking this way. And if you don't know it by now, we're at Azusa. And the reef is still up, that's pretty nice. It's about a week or so after Christmas. And maybe a couple weeks. It's actually a week after New Year's. But here's a rock. It says, you get close enough to it, it says, dedicated to the memory of the Azusa Valley pioneers. Their vision, diligence, and virtue established a prosperous community, made their indomitable, something like that, hard to see it, spirit forever inspire posterity, erected by Azusa Valley Pioneer Society in May 30, 1932. Wow, that's incredible. So is this really nice? Really nice. Really nice. I'm going to continue walking over here. Okay, here comes the memorial. And we'll get a good look here. So the poinsettias are still here for Christmas. And freedom is not free. Azusans killed in action. So there you go. That's what this memorial is, and it shows the different, well, Muffin's a little tangled up on the leash. Hold on. Muffin. All right. So this one shows World War II, Azusans killed in action. So there's some names of some people. Wow. And then have the seals here. We'll get a little closer, see those names. And then here's some seals of the Army, one for the Navy, Coast Guard. Okay, Muffin, she's trying to step through the plants. Memory of all World War II veterans. More folks there. Just a placard there. And then here's another one. This is for the Korean War. And you can see how the aircraft has changed a bit. And then this one is in for memory of Vietnam. Wow. And there's some names down there of people that were killed in line of duty in action there in those wars. And then this one is for all Operation Iraqi Freedom Veterans. Wow. There's some names there. Again, they show some SEALs. It's the Marines. That's the Air Force. That's the Air Force. Merchant Marines. And then here's another one over here that shows dedicated to men of Azusa, who served their country in the Army and Navy, 1917 and 1918. In memoriam, and it shows some names there. It talks about someone named Claude, died of the wounds November 5th, 1918. Leslie Leroy, 1918, and Gordon. That's incredible. It's over 100 years ago. So there it is. That's this one here in Azusa. And pretty nice to see that in a town, so we can all remember what freedom does cost. You know, freedom is not free, and sometimes has to be fought for. Kind of odd, right? You'd think everyone would want freedom, but sometimes some folks want to take the freedom of others. This is says the nail. Oh, I'm in the shade now. I'm shading it. The nail from the Vietnam Moving Memorial Wall is a symbolic of the spike that once divided us, but which now brings us together to remember our heroes who gave their lives for us. Wow, it's 1995. And then here goes some folks here. Ooh. Oh, my shadow's on it. So there's some names there of people who served and passed on. It's a little hard to see because of the way the sun is. Here's another memorial. Some emblems of the military. Eagle. There's a fountain with some poinsettias. And I do pronounce it poinsettias. I believe that's the proper way. I know as a kid, watching Johnny Carson, they would debate how to pronounce it. I think Johnny was poinsettias. All right, we walked back here to this plaque on the ground here. So here's the front, but then here's a plaque right here. And it says the site of Azusa's first volunteer fire station, 1904 to 1923. That's cool. That's very cool. I don't see the station now, but maybe it was here before the city hall was built. Take a look at those trees. They're all the same size, the same shape, and it's pretty cool. And I'm pretty sure that's cut that way. Currently here in Glendora, there are these amazing trees that are just cut all the same way and just line the streets. Pretty cool. Look at that. Is that incredible? That's pretty neat. Look at that. And it goes down a ways too, not just this street here, but if you look down the street there, there's more. There's more down there. That's pretty cool. They're all just cut the same way and all uniformed. There's some more sitting there. There's Muffin enjoying it. Okay, we turned around and gonna go the other way, so get a little bit less glare. Maybe you can see him better. Oh yeah, look at that. That's amazing. Isn't that incredible? Just beautiful. Man, that just takes some time and effort and planning and cooperation and You know, someone had said, hey, let's do this. This would look pretty cool. And then folks had to agree on it and say, yeah, that would look pretty cool. And then have to maintain it. And oh, they go up past this street as well. So we'll get a little more view here. And again, this is Glendora. This looks like downtown Glendora. Maybe even Old Town Glendora, but you can see them just lining the streets, both sides. Pretty neat. Yeah. Yeah, there they are. All right, pretty cool. On to the next thing. This is the part of the video where I go travel on the road from one spot to another spot, and where you might hear some music. And sometimes I don't feel like putting in the music, so I'm just gonna do it myself. Dun dun da 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 dun dun da dun 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 da da dun 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 da 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 dun da 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 da. All right, we made it. We made it. And this is where we are, where we made it. Here is the next memorial. And this is the City of San Dimas Freedom Park. Very nice, very nice. And it's a whole big park right here. And this one is also near a train station, a commuter train station. Just like the other one, go figure. But, so we're gonna take a look at this. Muffin's smelling around still. All right, we're gonna walk over here and we're gonna take a look. Start with starts. Some nice flags up there. It's pretty nice. And this one's a bigger one than the other one. But here's a plaque that shows contributors. Nice fountain here in the center. And up there it says San Dimas Heroes. Wow. Get a little closer. And there it is, San Dimas Heroes, helping establish a remembrance of every service person. So as you can see, following names of San Dimas residents who have served the United States Armed Forces were inscribed on this monument November 11th, 2011. So this is relatively new. The veterans whose names are followed by a star paid the ultimate price for serving our country and protecting our freedoms. So there's the names. A lot of names. At the very top, there's one there that had passed. There's a few there. One in World War II. A few other ones. World War I. Wow, Joseph Bruner, World War I. Not sure if you can see it real well, but there it is. All those names. It's a lot of people. A lot of people. Walking over here, there's some more. So continuation of the panel, that big panel. All those names. Okay, right here, you can see where it says the following names were inscribed on November 11th, 2017. So this one says 2019, 2021, 2023. So that's great. They continue to add names to the people who are serving. And not just the ones who gave the ultimate, but they are serving currently. That's quite nice. That is really nice. They put their name here. That's amazing. And this one is 24, here to 25, and they have some panels still open for that. So I think that's an honor. That's an honor to join the military, and then the city will put your name on a panel in honor of you serving our country. That's pretty neat. Pretty nice. Guess that's what there is to see here. Here's the back side of it. And then over here, now this is San Dimas. Over there in that area, it's an old town. There's a museum. I did a show on that went on PBS. And there's a lot of historical places here in San Dimas. Just a beautiful area. All right, well, we're on to the next one. Everybody. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Alrighty, well, we are in another interesting place. This is called Field of Honor. You can see the sign here, Field of Honor. And we happen to be in the wrong time of year. This happens on Veterans Day. But if you can imagine, this entire field full of waving American flags. They're not there right now because it's not Veterans Day, so, well, we're not here that day, but in November, Veterans Day, maybe we can come back and see the entire field of American flags. There's lots of pictures on the internet about it, and pretty great spectacle. Pretty nice. Well, that's going to do it for this one. Thanks for joining us. Hope you had a great time, and we will see you on the next one.